and Me and Melba, and today we're ranking 17 duck villages because there's so many of them. It might take us a while, but on the other hand, Melba might have too many opinions on them. It's kind of true, sometimes there's a few that I just have a lot of opinions about, even if they're like, low rated or high rated. It sort of depends really, but let's get into the video, shall we? So our first one is Bill, who's a jock villager. Well, the thing is, I've not encountered him before, so it's going to be very hard for me to rank. And plus, I think his house interior is kind of like, sort of sim-related, but not all ducks have sim-related, sort of house interiors and obviously exteriors. So he's kind of special, but he's not one of my favourites, so it's going to be quite obvious that I'm going to have to give him probably between maybe a 7 out of 10 maybe. Oh, do you agree with me on that?
Yeah, I think it'd be alright because I don't know what I'm going to give him as well. So I think I'm going to agree on this one, but it's going to probably be a 7 out of 10 anyway. Let's get to the next one, shall we?
So our next one is Dina, who's a normal village. Well, she could be a kid called villager that you be after, but I've not had her before, so I don't know what she's sort of like. If you guys know her in particular, and please comment it down below, because right now I'm literally struggling to find some reasons to why Dina might be the perfect villager for me to rank, but it's kind of hard at the moment, so I'm not sure I'm probably going to give her, but it's going to probably be around a 6 out of 10, which is not what I wanted to go down that route, definitely not, but I had to go 6 out of 10 in the end because I couldn't think of anything else. So Melba, would you agree with me on that?
Well, I think it might have been a bit out the norm going down to 6 out of 10, but at the end of the day, you can't rank her any higher than that, can you? But I know she's not that popular, but if she was more popular, then we could have gone 9 out of 10 if you wanted.
Yeah, I think so, but I feel like Dina needs some more fans out there.
Yeah, me too. I feel sorry for her a little bit. Let's get to the next one, shall we?
So our next one is Darwin, who's a lazy villager. Well, the thing is, he looks very like a kid called Villager in particular, but I've not had him before, so it is going to be quite hard for me to rank, but I've seen him in previous videos when it comes to watching night. I think it was the trivia quiz when it was Freckles Crossing and Captain Quack or something like that. Well, they did this sort of collaboration made into a quiz sort of show, and Darwin was in there every time. That's why I was so desperate for him. But even when I did my villager hunts, there was literally 1% of the time I was never going to get Darwin. So poor Darwin. I will try and get him next time, but at the same time, what should I give him? Well, to be honest, I think it's going to be a 9 out of 10 because his design's it really stands out very well, and plus he was the best kid called villager you want on your island, so I recommend Darwin in particular. But Mel, have you got anything else to say?
No, that's me done for that.
Okay, let's get to the next one, shall we? So our next one is Drake, who's a lazy villager. Well, the thing is, he actually resembles a mallard duck in real life, so you can sort of reference him to that, but I'm not sure what cause he was sort of suiting, but I'm thinking maybe cottagecore, more particularly because of his design a little bit, puts me in the cottagecore sort of vibe sort of area. But what am I going to give him now? That's going to be a hard question for me to ask. So Melba, can you just give me your advice again?
Oh, okay, I'll do it for you. Well, I don't know what to give him either, but it's going to probably possibly a 5 out of 10.
What a safe spot for him.
Well, I don't know what to give him, do I? It's got to be a 5, isn't it?
Well, for me, maybe a higher, maybe higher than that, maybe about a 7.
Yeah, let's stick with 7 out of 10, maybe not a 6, maybe.
Yeah, let's go with 7 out of 10. Let's get to the next one, shall we? So our next one is Freckles. Well, the thing is, I don't think her design sort of puts me off a little bit. I feel like her design needs a bit more improvement. That's what I'll probably just say about that.
What do you mean she needs more improvement?
I was thinking if her design wouldn't look like this, I think that means everyone would actually love poor Freckles.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they need to put more improvement because her design's so, well, okay-ish, but I don't know what I'm going to probably say about it, but maybe we should give her a 5 out of 10 because it puts her in a little safe spot, so she's okay.
Yeah, I think I'll agree on you though. If we give her a 5 out of 10, but at least we know that she needs more improvement on the design a little bit.
Although she's kind of adorable, I just think that she needs more fans out there, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so as well. Let's get to the next one, shall we? So our next one is Gloria, who's a snoot villager. Well, she's definitely one of the worst snoot villagers that I've ever ranked, to be honest.
What do you mean?
It's the design that puts me off a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Well, what would you give her in particular?
Well, me, she sort of gives me the little sort of death stare creep, so I'm thinking they would give her like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll agree on you because I think her design's a little bit off-putting because one thing, she looks like she's going to stare at you like, I'll give you like the death stare and all that stuff. But again, it's not a good combo either.
What, the whole design as well?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So let's get to the next one, shall we?
So our next one is Joe, who's a lazy villager. Well, to be honest, I've not seen him before, but I know that everyone has recommended him as one of the top like kidcore villagers that you can have on Kidcore Islands.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe because he's so, sweet and adorable, you just want to have him on your island a lot of times, and plus he's kind of sweet, isn't he?
He is, and that's why he's getting a high from me, which is probably around an 8 out of 10.
I was thinking 9 out of 10, but I understand that you don't want to go 9 out of 10s twice, do you?
Well, we've only done it twice once, haven't we?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just stick with 8 out of 10, maybe.
Yeah, need to. Let's get to this one, shall we? So our next one is Ketchup, who's the hay visual. You can always have her in 2 cores, which I'm going to highly recommend Farm Core and Kid Core. Well, if you're looking at Kid Core in particular, if you're looking for colours of rainbow, she'll fit in right with it very well. Or if you're looking from like a Farm Core sort of perspective, she reminds you of a tomato, so that's why I thought maybe she could fit 2 cores into one, so that's why I would recommend her for that. But what am I going to give her? Probably a solid like 9 out of 10, because the design is like, very compromised and it fits it very well and that stuff. And plus I can't wait to put her on my Farm Core Iron straight away and that stuff. So Melba, what are you going to give her?
I'm going to agree with you this time, maybe a 9 out of 10 as well. Let's get to the next one, shall we?
So our next one is Mael, who's a snooty villager. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm going to probably give her because the design's a bit off-putting again. And the thing is, I don't like a few of the snooty ducks in this sort of like species in particular, because some of them look a bit, a bit like, terrifying, and some of them look a bit, scary. Some of them look even evil than you think, and you think, oh, why does it have to be the snooty ducks to look like that? You know what I mean? But that's what I mean by that. So what I'm going to probably say for her is that I might have to give her like a 2 out of 10 because the design's not the best, but on the other hand, she's not like one of everyone's favourite sort of ducks, so that's what I mean by. So our next one is Mallory, who's a snooty villager. Well, I think there's too much purple around her a little bit, and she's a bit evil a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why, but she's a bit off-putting as well. So again, another snooty that you don't like either. So maybe just go with maybe a 1 out of 10 because maybe it might be the worst duck out of the plot.
I know, but I think going with a 1 out of 10, so I know it's a bit pretty harsh, but I'm just going to give it to her anyway.
Yeah, I know. But also, there's a few ducks that we've already ranked already, which was Gloria and Mael. But obviously their designs are a bit off-putting, aren't they? They aren't like the best designs you could find for these ducks. But at the end of the day, these 3 snooties in particular aren't the ones that everyone likes in particular. Yeah, exactly. Let's get to the next one, shall we? Hopefully get some high rankers at least. So our next one is Miranda, who's a snooty visual. She sort of looks kind of goofy to me because of her design a little bit, but she's definitely one of the best snooties in this sort of plot. So I'm probably gonna give her a 5 out of 10 because she could have looked more better than being so goofy, to be honest.
What do you mean by that, Melba?
Well, her design's okay, but at the end of the day, she needs more sort of help when it comes to sort of fans, doesn't she? Because she's definitely one of the better ones, to be honest. Better snooties out of the other 3 that we ranked so far.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the better ones, because I think it's because she's got more reputation than the other 2.
You mean the other 3, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean by that.
I know. And sometimes you just see when you look at their sort of designs, some of them look like, nope, don't fit them at all. Some of them actually fit him quite well, and you think, yeah, let's give him a high. That's why we like that, don't we? Exactly. Let's get to the next one, shall we?
So our next one is Molly, who's a normal villager. Well, I have got her on my island at the moment on Sunflower, and she looks after the plants half the time, so she's kind of like like a good caretaker of the island. And plus, I know I'm probably gonna give her. It's gonna be like a 10 out of 10 tops because Her design's like, sort of ordinary, but obviously quite realistic as well, so you could say that. And I think because her normal personality does really suit her very well, because she's kind of like, making sure that she gets to know everyone better, because her normal personality makes her feel like more friendly towards others. So that's what I mean by that. She's definitely a good dog to have if you want to do farmcore or cottagecore, for example. So Melba, have you got an opinion on her or not?
Not really. I think I'll just stick with what you got to say, to be honest. Let's get to the next one, shall we? So our next one is Petse, who's a periwigs. Well, I don't know why she's underrated, but maybe because of her name. But at the end of the day, I don't think she's, that she's not evil or anything, but I think she's more innocent to me. So I'll probably give her like maybe a 6 out of 10 tops, because it's just above 5 out of 10. So it still counts as a safe spot for her. But I don't understand what's going on with Pette at the moment, but I think she needs more fans. So if you guys do agree with me, then fair enough. But I think Miranda Cross will probably go with 6 out of 10 as well. So let's get to the next one, shall we?
So our next one is Pom Pom, who is another periwigs. Well, I don't know how many periwigs there are in the Spuck species, but maybe we should try and find out how many are in each species, because I might have to look after this video. But I'm not sure what to give Pom Pom, because one thing, I've only seen her once, but only on a video, but not on my eye in person, haven't I yet? So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to give Pom Pom. But Melba, I might need your advice again.
Again, okay. Well, she looks like she's more of a fitness sort of duck, isn't she? So maybe I'll probably just give her like, I don't know now, actually. I'm a bit confused. I don't know. I think it's going to be quite of a hard one, to be honest. Maybe I should have gone with maybe I don't know, 5 out of 10?
Yeah, you could say that, but her design's not off-putting, is it? That by any chance. But if you're good, putting her in a safe spot, because we have no idea we're going to give her at all.
I know. She's kind of a hard one to rank, to be honest, because of her design. It's kind of like, okay, but it's hard for us to rank, so we had to go to a safe spot for a change. So it's kind of hard sometimes. But let's see who we get next time. I wonder who our next video will be, because I hope it's someone who's a high ranker, don't you think? And we can just easily rank straight away, hopefully. Let's see who we get, shall we? So our next one is Quilsin, who's the only smug villager in the species of ducks, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know why, but they should have added another smug, because otherwise Quilsin hasn't got a body in there.
I know, it's kind of unfortunate, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, his design sort of puts me off, but I think he's kind of tired of his job a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of tired of his job. Maybe he hasn't had, maybe he might need some, more advice on what he needs to do with his job.
Maybe. But again, maybe we should give him a 5 out of 10, just be on the safe side.
Why do you want to give him a 5?
Well, I just feel like if Quilsin had another smug villager, then maybe that's the reason why he's the only one in this species.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. It's just him on himself, isn't it? So our next one is Scoot, who's a jock villager. Well, his design's really fits him that well, and plus he would probably fit kid-core irons if you're looking for Scoot. And plus, I think he's kind of like I think if you looking at other videos that he's been in, he's kind of like a little pilot in a way, because he knows how to fly, although his design might not fit his sort of thing.
What do you mean?
Well, are you saying that his clothing might not fit what he's sort of going for if he was actually going to be a pilot? Yeah, maybe, but I feel like Scoot could be a pilot, couldn't he, one day?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just give him an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, let's give him an 8 out of 10, then it sort of settles it, shouldn't it?
Yeah, let's get to the next one, shall we? Oh, I see the last one, to be honest.
So our last one is Weber, who's a lazy villager. Well, the thing is, I don't know what I'm supposed to give him in particular, because his design's a little bit off-putting now. I don't know what I'm going to give him. Oh, and plus, we're not even, seen him before either, so he's kind of sort of new to us, so how are we going to settle this one? We don't want to give him a 5 out of 10 because his design's a bit off-putting. Maybe we should just give him a 4. Maybe we'll just go for a 4.
Yeah, I think so. My, there's a few different like, you know, ducks in the species that get in low ranks today, but I think because the design's a bit, you know, not quite the best, maybe they need more like adjustments, maybe. So if they did more adjustments to these villages, they'll look much better. Then at least we can just pick which ones we like the most, to be honest. So that's where I'll sort of end it there, wouldn't you say that? Yeah, me too.
Wow, there were so many ducks to rank today. It was kind of hard to rank a little bit. I think we sort of struggled there, didn't we, around there today?
Yeah, I think so, because there's so many to rank, and a few of them, so even their designs were a bit off-putting. It's hard for us to put us into right categories, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe we should try and look from a different perspective. Maybe we should try and do like a tier list sort of way, maybe.
Yeah, it would probably be a good idea, so we can sort of like, you know, sort of organise it a little bit better, maybe.
Maybe we should try and do it in the next video, maybe.
Yeah, let's try and do that. Make sure to leave a like on this video. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my content, please subscribe, because there's a variety of content you might enjoy, which involves Animal Crossing content or Metopia content. But at the moment, I'm still doing Animal Crossing content at the moment, because I don't know why I've got so many ideas, but sometimes I feel a bit burnt out sometimes. But if I make sure I get the right ideas out, then I might be able to, like, you know, like post something for you guys, like something new for you guys, something like that. Also turn notifications for the Animal Crossing and Metopia content from me. That's what I can say. Goodbye from me around there, because
It's goodbye from me, but I'll see you next one, so bye.